Allah, good. MashaAllah. Inshallah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless this conference and to bless this session. And we ask Him, inshallah, to make us among those who will benefit from these sessions and workshops and from this conference. And our dua should always be, Allahumma allimna ma yanfa'una wa anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa zidna ilman nafi'an ya kareem. Oh Allah, teach us that which will benefit us and benefit us from that which You have taught us, and increase us in a beneficial knowledge, O most generous of all. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we will be increased in this session of a beneficial knowledge, inshallah. The title of the session, Dream Big. And my dream in the beginning was to have this room full. And mashallah, we always, inshallah, we will have that. And almost when we came, it was empty. And so what happened? Alhamdulillah, now numbers increasing. So that dream big and dreams will be fulfilled. And of dreaming big, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I will just mention one ayah, one hadith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. And we have made you an ummah of wasat, which is translated as justly balanced. Why? To be witnesses over all mankind, to be the leaders of mankind. And the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ said, when you make a dua, إِذَا سَأَلْتُمُ اللَّهَ فَاسْأَلُوا الْفِرْدَوْسَ الْأَعْلَى. What a dream. When you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Jannah ask for the highest level in Jannah, Firdaus al-A'la. The highest level in the prophets will be dwelling, inshallah. And last but not least, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, the fifthly rightly guided Khalifa, he said, Inna li lafsun tawaqa. I have a personality of, my personality is a personality of ambitions and dreams. And his dream was to become the president of the Islamic Khilafah. And he was, Allah blessed him to achieve that. And after that he said, now my dream is to make it to Jannah. So what a ambitious, dreamful personality. I hope, inshallah, today, with inshallah Dr. Abdul Aziz Al-Nuaimi, inshallah he will take us in a journey and he will encourage us all, self included, to be or to have that personality of full dreams. This session is supposed to have both Dr. Al-Nuaimi and Dr. Shima. Dr. Shima, for personal reasons, was not able to make it to this session. He'll be able to make it to the next session, inshallah. So our main speaker will be Dr. inshallah Abdul Aziz Al-Nuaimi. Dr. Abdul Aziz is a member of the ruling family of the Emirate of Ajman in the United Arab Emirates. His educational background is in chemical and petroleum engineering, and he has received a diploma in military science and a Master of Science degree in environmental management. He earned his PhD in cleaner production and industrial ecology, ecosystem. He's currently serving as environmental advisor to the Ajman government, is the CEO of the Ihsan Charity Center. He is also chairman of the International Steering Committee for the Global Initiative Towards a Sustainable Iraq, GTTSI, and is the president of the Zayed Environmental Impact Network, ZEIN, at Zayed University in the UAE. I think we are blessed and honored to have such a personality, and inshallah I'd like to ask him kindly to come to the podium to address you. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Brothers, boys and girls, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank all the organizers, volunteers, everyone who just came and showed up this morning or this afternoon and make this really successful, the convention. I'm really pleased to be here. I thank all of them who really inspired me to come all the way from the UAE to New York and then to Chicago. It's an amazing flight because it has a passion, and this journey, it won't really finish. It is the beginning. Today, we're talking not a lecture. It is not a story. It is a different journey. I want to change the paradigm here. There will paradigm shift. If we think positive, we will think sometime opposite. Then, please. I will not talk about philosophy. I want to talk about real life. Living now, for what? And how we can make impact. And what's the relationship between us, to Allah, to others, and how we can make a difference. As Dr. Nuruddin, thank you very much for introducing me. It's a pleasure that you mentioned that our ultimate dream is paradise. It's Firdaus al-A'la. It's not just paradise, Jannah, it's heaven. No, it's beyond than that, it's paradise. And we know that there are 100 levels. So to go one to another, we need an effort. Nothing is free of charge. You need to sacrifice. You need to give. You need to work hard. You need to be patient. You need to forgive. I will not talk these values, we already have it, but just reminding myself first and reminding others. So, living your dreams without limits. Every one of us have a dreams, but please, make it big. And don't let anybody laugh on you. It is your life, and make it happening. So we'll go with this journey. What we can see here, what you can see, a circle. What do you think is that? Who say the moon? That's true, it's the moon. Let our children, boys or girls, us dream to reach the moon. And the good thing, if you miss the moon, where do you want to go? You reach the stars. If you miss the stars, where do you want to go? Cloud. It's cloud that's a bit lower, higher than cloud. Where? Planet, galaxy, universe, right? So let's free of our limits, because our limits might be our parents, our school, give us a perception or image. This is your boundaries. This is the door. This is the window. You cannot go out. There will be unsafe place to go. This is the image. So we are living in a box. In the morning, wake up in the box from the bed, then having a cereal in a box, then we go into the car in a box, then we go to the office in a box, then we work in a network with a PC in a box, then at the end, we'll be taken in a box in the grave. So why we live always in the box? This is the limit. Let's be beyond than the box.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح
Death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside us while we live. To show you this is not to scare you. Living is right and dying is right. This is real. How we can think opposite, how we can think from the end of our life, go reserve, backward. This is awakening to show how we can change things in our life, to go back to your parents, to respect, to go back to plant a tree, to go back to less fortunate family to help, to give a smile, to give a hope. Now we have a time. But that day when the angels comes and take you, there is no way out. No even one millisecond. But now we have a lot of time. Assume there is a basketball game. And they told the players, play without time, timeless. What do you think the players will do? After a while, they will be depressed. After a while, they will be hopeless. After a while, what they will do? Nothing. But if you tell them, the match will finish in 15 or 10 minutes. See the enthusiastic, see the motivation, see everybody want to get the highest score. That's true. So if we don't have that limit, then we'll be lazy. Then we'll go by granted. But this to give us the hope to keep going. Even if you have from the tradition hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a palm shot or small tree, even the day of judgment, you plant it. Means continue, keep going. Today we are living in a map. We need a map and we need a compass. The compass is the Quran al-Kareem, and the map is the following the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what he said, what he do, what he act. And if we have these two, we'll never get lost, but wisely and to know where we're going. Now they make it simple for you. You don't need map. You don't need compass. Only it's a GPS. Just put GPS in your car and put your destination, take you there, right? Easy. So everything is there, the internet, the knowledge, everything's there, but need effort, need action. Two people in my life inspired me, motivate me. Today I'm going not just force you to be inspired, no, I'm going to empower you to be inspired. I will show a lot of pictures of my life, my stories, but it doesn't just show off. No, it is a symbolic, it's a metaphor about each of you, sisters and brothers, my sons and my daughters here, just to see how we can utilize that into our life. It's a symbolic, but these things, how we expand our knowledge, how we go beyond our threshold. These two, on the left is my father. He passed away in 1990. And on the right, he's my uncle. He's the current ruler of Ajman. Both are school for me. One gave me happiness and modest life. My father, he didn't spoil me, but he gave me the way I have to look forward. My uncle gave me less. He didn't give me wealth. He gave me a lot of things to be independent, to depend on myself, to challenge, to face difficulty in life, to skill my life. And both of them are schools for me, wonderful schools to give. And to give, a lot think sheikh is a money, is a bank. This is wrong. All sheikhs are humans, but not all humans are sheikh. And we have a lot of misconception about sheikh have power, sheikh have money, sheikh are careless. No, there are a lot of good people around, and sheikh can inspire people. I'm inspiring. My dream is impacting 1 billion people around the world. And not easy, need a lot of effort. One of you could be my ambassadors to outreach, to spread the message. All of us are sending and receiving and be ambassador to your faith. Let's go back. 6 years old, I was with my dad in a hunting trip. He was one of the best pioneer falconry in the UAE, the best three. Sheikh Zayed, Lake Sheikh Zayed, Allah yarhamah. He was my father and another sheikh. They are between 2 and 3. So there are 3. Anywhere they go, they get permission. Any country they go, because they leave behind nothing, only their footprint. They don't leave any disaster. They sustain their hunting very wisely. So I went with my dad to Iran one day when I was 6. I told him, listen, Dad, can you teach me to be a falcon like you, falconry like you, to learn and to hunt? He said, Dad, he said, my son, you said, I have to teach you to be falconry. It's not the way I want you to be. I want you to focus on your education, to your career, to your future. But I want you to be the falcon himself. It's different. I didn't know 6 years old unconsciously what is falcon, what is falconry. But when my father away in 1990, about 20 years ago, the wings inside me come up to fly, to reach my dreams. Let's see the morals of the falcons. Courage. Protect his country, his people, his family. He loves to learn, continue to learn. He never liked any humiliation. He refused. He takes only what he needs. Only we living in a 60 or 70 years. You cannot take anything. It's not a life of wealth. Wealth on you. Take what you need. He is very kind to his wife, very kind to his children. He loves them. He loves his master. He is very loyal and belonging to his country, to his people, and loyal to his teacher. He can see 8 times than humans. 8 times, remember. This is a vision, a clear vision. How we can, from this metaphor, we already have it. We just want to acknowledge it and to use it to be in action. Dead or alive, what the falcon do is, in the middle of his age, he change. Either he embrace change or die. So he change the nose. He break it on the rock to change a new nose. Then his nails, also he break it to have a new nails. The feather, he take it out to have a new feather. How many times do we have change? So this falcon change every time for better. Big dreams is very nice formula. I just summarize it in very simple way. Big dreams equals 3 C's plus A equals RD. What that means? What the variables? What are non-variables? But all of them are variables. Let's see. 3 C's, number 1 is clarity. Clear your mind. The second C, competence. The third C, do you know what? Courage? Care? Consent. 5 years old boy memorizing Quran. And he sat in the front, like here, in the front of about 60, 70 young people. Kids, age from 5 to 12. And he said, all of you might be more intelligent than me, more smarter than me, but I was focused. I was in concentration to learn Quran. So competency, clear mind, and concentration. That's make a difference. But that's not enough. We need the A. Action will give you real difference. So clarity is become a clear mind, who you are, what you want, I'm going. If you know these 3 questions, you have your vision, mission, and you have your objective, your goals. Each of you have to have the three things: who you are, and what you want, and where you're going. If we go the competency or competence is the field you are good at. You're doing something you desire, you love to do. Either teaching or any profession, anything you like, that field you really make a difference. Then concentration is preserving, no distraction, taking one thing's very important till it's finished, and when it's finished, make a difference. Any project, any thoughts, any area, there's a constraint. Remember, there's a challenge. Remember, the bottleneck. Either you need to cut that bottleneck to improve, to accelerate, or business as usual, do nothing. So remember the constraints. Any project, this to be successful, I'm sure there are 100 constraints to make this happen and successfully. Could be regulation, could be people, could be speakers, anything could be. But how we overcome them? We need strategies, we need knowledge, we need skills, we need wisdom. I will go now from this campus. The campus is north. And north for me is nature. Stand for nature. This picture I was focusing and reflecting. One of the mountains in Antarctica, South Pole, down earth. And you see that stone is melted. No ice. Looking with a pure thought, pure intention to that environment. Subhanallah. What comes in my mind? Surah Al-Rum, the verses in 41 and 42. Evil has appeared on land and sea because of what the hands of men have earned, that He, Allah, may make them taste a part of that which they have done, in order that they may retain by repenting to Allah and begging His pardon. And the second verses say, travel in the land and see what was the end of those before you. It's a miracle. 1,432 years. And imagine going to Antarctica and how reflecting with this ayah, it's amazing. I spoke to the whole leaders in the ship and they were really shocked about this. And this is actually for the north. For where? The north. Make your direction. This is just symbolic, to break the ice, to break the boundaries. There's no boundaries here. The boundaries is respect. The boundaries is what? Reflection. As an activist in environment, we are not Greenpeace. We are not against. We are within. Gandhi said, very nice word. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. You don't need too much sound. You don't need too much force. You need to power people. And focusing to young people. From grassroots, bottom up. Sometimes top down, some constraints, some challenges, but you have another choice, is bottom up. Oil spill, I knew that a few months ago, or last year, a few months ago, hit United States. It's a big disaster. 10 years ago, it's hit the UAE, 3 Emirates, Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Al Kawain, with oil spill. Damages all the mangroves, all the trees, and really it's hurt. So we gather all the schools, the public, the government, the police, the guard, come together in one hand and help to serve. You want to lead? You need first to serve, from bottom up, not from top down. One of my visits in Iceland to explore the geothermals. Can geothermals work in some other countries rather than just fossil fuels or something other than renewable energy could happen. The other E, what do you think E stands for? We spoke about north, then E. What is E? East, right? But here, earth, we already spoke about nature. Very close. Energy, it's already there with nature. Let's have a look. Empowerment, especially young people. They are the leaders. And they are now attacking worldwide through the media, everywhere attacking young people. Spoil their mind, contaminate their soul, becoming careless, whatever. These are real. You want to focus for natural resources and invest, capital investment, young people, empowering them by your heart. Not telling them what to do, show them. We always tell them to do. They get fed up. Show them you are a role model. Show them how. They will follow you. Share with them. Enjoy what they like. Be a help. Be a good listener. Get together with them. They are the future. You want to build good nation? Young people, boys or girls, they are real investment. Even the prayer. Do you know this boy? He's from New York. He's Catholic. He just wanna love to come in a mosque and pray with me, modeling as a respect. He lives in New York. His father, one of the best lawyer in New York, but is not enforcing religion. No, just respect, modeling, empowering, and sharing. They need a touch. They need somebody can concentrate what they like, enjoy what they do. Then, what do you think there is? Surprise. Let's see the surprise. Almost there. S. Everyone is responsible for S, not me. Everyone. Social responsibility. Everyone. Comes from individuals, corporate, community responsibility. Your blood, the most expensive thing in your system is your blood. You donate time to time to people, 1 or 2 or 3, might be almost an area where you might die. So you might save lives. And if you save one life, you are saving the whole nation, right? So donation of your blood, but it's not enough. You need to clean your blood before you donate. Hijama. Have anyone do hijama? No? Hijama? Amazing. Please, if you haven't done it, do it. It's amazing. Purify your blood, your mind, your system, empowering your immune system, becoming better and sleeping, better and thinking. So clean up first, then donate second. Teaching your child how to give to poor people, food, a drink, anything, with a small portion of things, give back to the society, back to less fortunate family. It's very important. More powerful people who are givers. Takers are here very weak. They are losers. But givers always here. This is in Al-Ihsan. We have a storage. Monthly basis, give to these families. We have 6,000 less fortunate families. From 5 members to 15 members of the family who lost their husband. Either widows, or divorced, or their husband sick. So the government help, but also some charities should support as well. This is a daily queue. We have about 65 nationality. from Asia, from all around the country. They come for food daily. But we cannot empower them all. We can empower some. Some others, they're not interested to learn, not interested. They just want to take. So we do our best to empower them to be sustainable families. Part of social responsibility. This person, an Emirati, invented a wheelchair with solar panel. And he went with a challenge 4 years. After failures, he succeeded to go all the Emirates by this solar panel, which is about go 20 miles per hour. And when he came to Ajman, he had to go to the Green Sheikh. Then I sent my ambassador, my kids, to welcome him from the beginning, the border of Ajman, till enter the majlis or the house. It's part of social responsibility, how we are empowering this person and a lot of disabled who really saw a lot of disappointment in their life. Two amazing people, this Haider Talib, the middle guy, who have nothing is impossible. He made something which is very creative, very innovative of this disabled person. But he really, better than us, he did amazing. And the other guy is Robert Swan, who walked by foot to the whole North Pole and South Pole by foot. He's the first man in history who did it by foot. So he joined us. Sometimes, my spare time, go to the museum, showing the kids about their history, about their identity, where they're coming from. It's very important. Going to the elder people who lost families, have no belonging to anybody. They're disconnected from any members of the family. Just go and hug these people and cry with them. This gentleman, he was a captain, and he can hold 5 people on this hand and 5 people on this hand. And this is what he ended. When I see him, I cry with him. Go down and listen to his experience, to his history, and also to share with him the connection. These people just need people to come to talk with, share with, to enjoy with. This guy, very close to death, just say, Salaam alaikum. Just give him the Shahada. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Could be the last, could witness this. Something, could you make a difference? Even in one word, you make a difference. A lot of people think, make a difference, I want to change the world. No, one word, you can change a lot. Then the last, W, what do you think? The West, right? The West. W stands for the West. West Kansas? Wisdom, could be, but this is for the West. Let's see. I am focusing the West. First of all, clean up the misconception about Arabs, about Sheikh, about Emiratis. Clean up the misconception not by talking, by living. It's different. We sometimes have neighbors. We're scared to talk to them, and they're scared to talk to us. There are some illusions. How we can break that boundaries? We need to live each other, respect, understand, mutual programs. This guy, do you know this guy? Edward de Bono. Anyone knows Edward de Bono? Very strange. He published 75 books about thinking in the world, and 45 languages been translated to 45 languages, all about thinking, you know. One of his book is 6 Thinking Hats. Have anyone got this book? 6 Thinking Hats? He was invited in my house in a dinner, and he talking to me. He said, Sheikh Abdul Aziz, what do you think I want, before I die, I want a small book about Islam. What do you think? I said, well, it's a great idea. You want to publish a book about Islam? Why? He said, well, Islam, even in the Quran and from his opinion or from what he read, that's a civilization based on thinking, based on knowledge, based on reading. So I want to write a symbol of a positive Islam. I told him, Edward, listen, positive Islam is good from the West point of view, but from the Arabs and Muslim could be a little bit negative. He said, why? He said, well, if you said positive Islam means also negative Islam. If you say positive Jewish, you'll say negative Jewish, or whatever, negative or positive Christians. But the positive and negative comes from the people, not from the religion. Could be positive Muslims, yes. Could be negative Muslim, yes. But Islam is absolute. Make a book, absolute Islam. Let's make a difference. And I will help you with that. He said, well done. I love this idea. And I promise you to write a book about absolute Islam, which is really making inspiring. Anybody knows about this? Anthony Robbins. He came to my house. Anthony Robbins. Living with us is different than talking, different in just sharing. He came to my house with 50 platinum members. They gave him $2 million to be members, and this $2 million members to be platinum partner, to come abroad, to see different cultures, different faith, and enjoy, and also learning. He get impacted. And I told him, listen, I want to impact 100 million people in the US. He said, don't worry, I will do half of you. I will go spread the message. He came to my house with his members, 25 ladies, 25 gentlemen, came for dining with Sheikh. And this program is also charitable. So he have a foundation called Robinson, or Anthony Robbins Foundation. And when they came, they also support our foundation, the charity, through the dinner. They had dinner with us. And the good things, the interesting, they said, well, what things we can learn? I said, the masjid. It's close by. We can go together in the masjid, and I'll show you the masjid, the mosque. I said, well, can we go? Of course, we can go. And if you would like to pray, to watch, it's up to you. All of us go, show them how the wudu. And I didn't too much talk about the prayers. I said, everyone, I want you to just model, to see the imam and to see the prayers. The prayers. If you would like to join us in the prayers, most welcome. All of them, they were Muslims, they were Jewish, they were Christians. Came side by side. They pray with us. They worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that moment. And first time entering the mosque, they were so scared. They were so shocked. And they told me, how shall we do? What we should do? I said, don't worry. This is a house of God. He will take care of you. The intention is, come with peace. Come with your heart. Come with your soul. And everything will take care of. And amazing, Anthony Robbins did the takbir and the sujood, all of them. After the prayers, came the side. I just came with them. They saw amazing, very peaceful, the mosque. The kids came to them, say hello. You know, one Egyptian guy came. He said, are these new Muslims? He said, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. I said, well, it's not just to be a Muslim, it's just to respect and to understand and to clean up the misconception. That's him with his wife. Even they respect. They put the hijab. All of the women. I didn't say that, but all of them, they want to try and to enjoy the tradition. And after the prayers and the dinner, we sit all on the ground, and I gave a little bit of thanks for their visit and reflection. And they stand up. They said, listen, Sheikh Abdul Aziz, we'll be your ambassador in the United States to talk about this experience. We all connected. We have a lot of differences. I mean, similarities, but little differences. 95% similarities, and it could be 5 differences. But let's focus on similarities. And we will be ambassador for you. Not just for you, to tell the truth what we've seen. Another guy, he's an attorney in New York, living with us. Fasting 5 days, praying 5 times, going to the funerals, going to the weddings with us. Living is different. No force in religion, just to see the respect from different angle. Show them the wudu. They are interested to learn without fear. Do we do it here? Do we do it here? Without fear? Excellent. Going to schools, even here. And whenever I'm in the state, I go to the kindergarten to talk about the customs, clothing, about religion, about lifestyle, anything, because they are interested to listen, to learn. They were so excited. And the most excited is when you throw them the sweet. And this lady, she's a teacher, she said, can you throw me one so I can remember what was the talk about? He's a global director in the cathedral in, that's John, in Washington, the cathedral. And we were sitting to see their service, to respect. We were a group of Muslims, came inside the church and listening the service. After they finished, they came to us, and he was talking and explaining about the service and how things. Then, while he's talking, I found a line on his hand and his left. I have on my right hand, it's a straight line. And I said, John, you and I we have a lot of similarities. Give me 5. And we hugged together. I respect your faith, and thank you for you respect my faith. And we are here how to make a difference together. One from Texas, the tall guy, Frank, Hugh, myself, and Mike, a Jewish from New York. They came all the way to Orlando to meet us, to join with the kids a few years ago. And we had good time as a friend, as brothers. From Texas, from New York, and from the UAE as a Muslim. We don't talk about religion, we talk about humanity. We talk about how we can make a difference. Nasser is here in the front of you with 2 people from Finland and 1 from Africa. They join, they play, they have good fun. Every time we go in Finland, these boys waiting and always facing book with Nasser, keeping on contact. Friendship, building nations, building friendship. Again in Iceland, 1 Jewish, in the middle Christian, and myself as a Muslim. How we can look in the world in a different way. We share a lot, but we need to focus. 7 H's, 1 H for help, 1 H for humble, 1 H for heal, 1 H for humor, 1 H for happy. Every one of person here have H. Myself, H for help. The young H is harmony, he's Anthony. And his father, Anthony, is humble. Then the guy, Safir, his H, we call him heaven. He lives in Baltimore. And H, happy from the UAE. H, heal from Yale University, a sergeant. And humor, Frank, with H. The last one, he's a taxi driver. When we went to New York visiting Anthony, his house, after we had finished the dinner, and this guy, the taxi driver, said, you guys Muslim, why don't you pray? He said, why are you asking? He said, well, I am Muslim, and I haven't seen you praying. We were shocked, you telling us how to pray? He said, yes, because we haven't seen you praying. And amazing, we pray their house, and was really a blessing for the whole family. Their mother watching us praying, the children, they pray with us. Really, we make this a blessing place to how spread the peace. That's amazing. I'm using H because H has two lines connected with a bridge. I went to Oklahoma this year in high school, Christian high school. We just went there and to see some friends. The principal of the school asked us, why you three of you, Anthony, Frank, and yourself, can introduce yourself, how you get together, and tell us your stories to the boys and the girls there. I said, no problem. We were talking about how we know each other, how friendship, what's about the UAE, the environment, the economy. We talk about how we connect each other. While I'm talking, and my friends are also talking, a table in front of us, and a lot of books. Suddenly, I found one book, dusty, in the middle. Just by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, gave me some, things that I have to look to this book. I draw it, and then it was the Holy Bible. Then I clean it. Then I put it in the tub. I told to the students, I said, listen, this is a holy book. Don't put it in the middle, on the last, put it in the top. And they were shocked. As a Muslim, cleaning up the Bible from the dust and putting it in front of the whole books, what's this? There's a message behind it. It's a respect. As I show you, this is one Christian. He been put in a grave. That's him. The reason of this awakening is to respect our lives, to respect our freedom, to respect our dreams, and how we can make a change. And this even to show other faith how we practice and how we find this reflection of our lives. And most important, and the last, is make your life balanced. Don't too much in business and you're leaving children behind and your wife behind. Or you focus too much on family and you don't have income. Make the balance between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, between you and people, between you and your profession. This is not easy, but it can happen. We need a balance. At the last, قال الله تعالى قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. One sajda in Antarctica for me, it was blessed. It was minus 15 degrees centigrade. Making sujood in that place, where's nobody, made the adhan, make the prayers and sujood, not just for me, to show Allah is with us wherever we go. And thank you very much.
MashaAllah, may Allah reward you, Dr. Unaizi, for this beautiful presentation. Came from the heart. I hope it reached the heart of each and every one of you. And remember that we live in a land of dreams. America is about dreams. So I hope we'll make that change, and that change should be a positive change to achieve the dreams. So there is no limit here. You can dream whatever you want, and everything is encouraging us to achieve our dreams. Allah, we will have only 5 minutes for questions, and then we will have, if you have any more questions, Dr. Al-Unaizi, Sheikh Al-Unaizi is willing to wait for your questions after the session, or you can email him any questions, inshallah. But before the questions, I just want to remind you of two things. Number one, we're going to have a drawing at the end. We have your tickets, and we have those prizes. So why don't you come and pick two, please? What are the numbers? 615 857. Okay, mashallah. Okay. Second one, quick. 615 835. 615 835. 615 835. No one? Yes. Jazakallah khair. Inshallah, we'll go for, I just want to remind you to fill out, please, the questionnaires. And now for your questions. Raise your hand, please. Any questions? Please. You can come and use the mic, yes.
Assalamu alaikum. I just wanted to ask, what kind of environmental initiatives are going on right now in the Emirat or in the Middle East, specifically maybe Iraq and the Emirat? Thank you.
I'm not sure about all of you are aware that the UAE now designing the neutral carbon, which is Masdar city, one of the biggest carbon neutral for building renewable energy. That's one. The other things is the initiative of building green buildings around the initiative in the UAE already. Now all government buildings should be in a green building with LEED and beyond LEED. The other thing is you ask about the initiative with Iraq. I just came from Amman and I'm a member of WANA Forum, and WANA Forum is chaired by Prince Al Hassan. We were meeting with the private, the sector and the government and the NGOs how to improve in Basra as an opportunity for Basra to establish sustainability, community, education, all the concepts. So we are now trying to drive this with partnership with the private sector to improve the quality of life and the infrastructure in Basra. The other initiative, the UAE is doing a lot of investment in the renewable energy. 2017 will be about 12% of renewable energy will be implemented, and they go parallel with the fossil fuels.
You have a question?
Assalamu alaikum. Just a quick question. I've noticed, mashallah. No. Just a quick question. I've noticed that you've done a lot of activities in mashallah. My question to you is more on age-related. How much of your time do you felt like, or how much time it took you to develop the skills, to develop the knowledge and education to be able to make such a big impact? And how do you keep doing it? How do you keep getting knowledge on it?
Thank you. Very nice question. How with this experience, how you make this happen? First of all, النية. Intention of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. النية الخالصة لله. If you have a pure intention to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's number one. Number two, need effort and connection and network. You need to build the knowledge. And knowledge I gained from two ways. From traveling to get my studies around the world. I studied in the United States, I studied in Australia, I studied in UK, I studied in Japan, I studied somewhere else. So the other knowledge, experience, and taking the best of other people. And the most important is volunteering. When I was volunteering from early 90s, helping the community, I developed a lot of network and a connection. And might be because of I'm Sheikh, this is something else. But as a from even non-Sheikh person, developing the volunteer is an opportunity for leadership. Because of you serving, you automatically are a leader, initiating things. Plus, the break of humbleness. I'm very humble, down to earth. I'm going to people. I listen to people. I go down. I don't need titles. Sometime when I was in Australia doing my PhD, 5 years, nobody knows I'm Sheikh. Walking, I have no car. And that's an impact, young people. Then after 5 years, they realize this person was a Sheikh from royal family. How come? He was living like us. And this is impact. So don't show them everything you have. Show them the right as you're a human. We don't need extra. Show them the manners, akhlaq. Show them mu'amala. Show them goodness and hope. This is what I impact people. Thank you.
We'll end with those two questions quick, and I will summarize them. One is, it's good to have dreams, but if we look at Muslims around the world, but especially in the Arab countries, they cannot really think of dreams because all what they have to think of is how to put food on the table. So what advice would you give?
If you live in a community and a society has some depression, it will affect you, yes. But always go and find the good people who have hope, inspired you. You need to be inspired. I just came to Amman and gave, similar to this presentation, to young people, 300 young people. They were inspired because they're depressed, looking for a job. So to inspire them, give them the hope and the way. And whenever there's a wall, you cannot break it, but you can climb, you can go that way, you can dig a hole. Think about different. Now the solution today is different than yesterday. Tomorrow will be different. Same problem, but you need different solutions. So always find the good people around. Don't go with the people who would put you down. So I think for me, even to be a global, for me, United States, to be successful in the world, make successful here. You might, as a Muslim, you might lead the world through here. Is it different? Because there's sometimes politics, regulation, constraints, other things. But might be here, your profession, you make a difference. You might, with the neighbors, you make a difference. So always find the right people to inspire you, to guide you, and keep going. One hand, believe me, cannot work. We need a lot of hands together. Working together, this is, can you pray alone? As a gentleman, pray alone at home, feel guilty. But when he pray in the masjid with the people, inspired, the soul, connecting with the people. Can you fast alone? You cannot. But when you fast in Ramadan with the whole nations, make a difference. So think with people, think big.
Okay, last question, inshallah. And how can we have the balance of encouraging our kids to be active and to interact with the society here, but at the same time to protect them and protect their deen and their character? How can you strike the balance?
It's not easy, very difficult. Here, you need to do 3, 4, 5 times, then you might be original country. Country is everybody Muslim, everybody safe, is fine. Here, you have to think a lot. Taking responsibility, it is not easy, it's very tough. But we make dua, we be patient. There will be an impact, there will be negative impact, but how to minimize it? Make it minimum as possible. The balance is try to show as a parent, you first make the balance. Because if you are not in balance, then your child, your kids will not be in balance. They look at you. If you're too much stress on work, coming and bringing the stress on work at home, how you can be balanced? So we need to de-stress. We need to go back to the circle. What's my priority? If 2 people holding me back, I cannot move forward. Either I need to have gained more strength, more muscles to keep going forward, or I have to kick one back to have one. So think about it, pull or push.
May Allah reward Sheikh Al-Unayzi for this beautiful presentation. I hope and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we all learned from it. And again, I'd just like to remind you live in the land of dreams, America, and also you are blessed to have the deen of dreams, Al-Firdaus Al-A'la. So I hope and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will first make the positive change, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless us to dream big, and that He will bless us to fulfill our dreams. Thank you so much for your questions and for your being here. Inshallah, the administration asked me to remind you of the workshops. They'll start in 3:45, so please participate actively. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk, wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.